Hello and welcome to our cherry blossom art tutorial. First we're going to start off, if you chose a canvas, to paint it all black. So you're going to grab your larger brush and put some black paint on it or on a palette and start painting it black. Alright, now once that is complete and your canvas is dry to the touch, we are going to go ahead with our paint. We have red, pink, white, brown, and black. Once our canvas is dry, we can go ahead with our thin paintbrush, the pointed round one, and we can dip into the brown paint. You're going to start about 1/4 up the canvas, and you were just going to create kind of a squiggly line. This is going to be the base of the roots of our tree. And off of that squiggly line, we're going to add a few more. This will be the roots growing down. And once you're done that, you can go ahead and start building your trunk. And I chose to do about 3 big branches and 1 little branch off of that one. Alright, I'm going to take my red paint and my brown paint, and I'm going to mix it together to try and create a warmer brown color. It won't be too much of a difference from our base brown, but it'll give us a nice shadow. So now on the right side of our trunks and our branches, we're going to give it kind of a shadowy highlight. You can go down to the roots if you'd like, but put it on the right side of every branch and the tree trunk. And don't forget to wash your brush. Alright, so now once that is dry, we're going to start with our Q-tips. I got 2 larger bunches with hair ties on them. And I also grabbed 2 singular ones just for if I wanted to do smaller details. So we're going to grab the first one and we're going to start to make a pale pink color. So we're going to take some pink and mix it with some white until your desired color. Once you've created that, you can just start stamping the Q-tips around the branches and creating your tree shape. Alright, so now on the other side, the clean side of that Q-tip bunch, I'm going to dip in just a little bit of that base brown we have. And I'm going to start tapping it where we painted our branches, and not too much, just very lightly. Alright, so now while we are waiting for that to dry, I'm just grabbing a single brush, single Q-tip, sorry, and I'm mixing some more of that pale pink that we started with. And I'm going to start pressing very lightly on the bottom of the roots here to signify some petals that have fallen on the ground. Very lightly scattering them about. You can put as many or as little as you like. Alright, so now we're going to go back in with that pink color, or pink Q-tip that we used, and we're just going to grab white. We're going to grab just plain white. It's okay if there's a little bit of pink on your brush still. Now we're just going to start tapping that in as highlights. I chose to do highlights kind of near the areas where my branches were. It gives the tree more life and fullness. Alright, now once we're done that, while we're waiting for it to dry, I'm going to grab a little bit of our base brown and a tad bit of black. We're going to mix it together and it's going to be a very dark, cool brown. We're going to use this color to sort of add some details to our trunk. You can start in the middle off to the right and you can go up and kind of redefine those branches. You can do lines down to resemble bark. That's what I'm doing, and bringing it down to the roots. There's no really any rules for this part. You can play with it how you like, add some more definition. So unfortunately my camera stopped rolling for this next step. Good thing it is fairly simple. So I just took my paintbrush in the basic brown we used at the beginning and went over the tops of the branches and kind of made them more prominent again, as you can see here. Alright, so once that is dry, we're going to take a smaller bunch and we're going to go in with the red. I'm patting some off on my palette because I don't want it to be too saturated. Just a little bit. And now you can start lightly placing some red petals all around. And I can put some on the bottom too. Alright, now we're going to go mix some more of that pale pink that we liked at the beginning. And we're just going to go over some spots where we think there might be too much red, or it's not full enough, or too much brown, and just really start making the shape of the tree. And you can take more of the single Q-tip and do some more petals like I'm doing. Some falling from the tree, some blowing in the wind. It's all up to you. There's no right or wrong way. Alright, so now I'm just taking a little bit more of that whitey pink color, and I'm going to go on the left side of my tree and make a highlight. So we did the dark on the right, and on the left is going to be our highlight color. And I'm going to also go in, if you want, after with any other color you see you want to adjust. I chose the brown because I made my highlight a little bit too thick, and as you see it kind of mixes with the pink and creates a good transition color. I thought my trunk was getting a little lost in the petals, so I'm just fixing it up. And from here you can do whatever alterations you would like to your painting. I'm defining my branches again so they don't get too lost, but they're not too bold. And the roots at the bottom. And before you know it, you have completed your beautiful cherry tree.